Oh my goodness, you guys! I am so excited to be here and to be talking to you about one of my favorite topics ever, and that is how do you attract business builders to your business? This is what changed my entire business, and it is actually the top question I get asked by coaches, except instead of saying, how do I attract business builders? I get asked, how do I find business builders? And that one key difference has made a huge difference in my business. And so I want to walk you through how I attract business building coaches to me. So when I started this business, I was all about the vital behaviors. I followed the business activity tracker, but I was still struggling to find my coaches. And I started looking at my business and I realized I was hitting Success Club, but all of those people were customers. And so I started to go back and look through my social media, and I realized I was rocking my health and fitness journey. I was that product of the product. I was that great before and after. I could start a program, follow a nutrition plan, show my before and afters, share my entire journey. And so by doing that, I was attracting customers to me. I was attracting people who wanted the same results that I was getting on my health and fitness journey. And so I started thinking more in depth about this business and really realized there are two parts to this business. There are two before and afters. One, your health and fitness journey, that health and fitness before and after, that product of the product. But two, there is the coaching opportunity. The coaching opportunity has its own before and afters. The coaching opportunity has its own product of the product and showing up every day for your business. So I started thinking, how can I share my coaching journey similarly to how I share my health and fitness journey? And so I started talking about coaching daily. When I started talking about coaching daily, I thought of it in terms of what type of coach am I? What is that big vision? Why did I start my business? And I started looking at the coaches that I had recruited. So when I started looking at the reasons that potential coaches decide to sign up, it kind of fell into three categories. The first were those coaches who signed up because they loved fitness. And these were the coaches that I had, right? I was recruiting incredible challengers, and they were seeing amazing results. And so they wanted to share that with other people. And so I was finding that type of coach. The second type of coach is the community building coach. The coach who says, I need this community. And truthfully, when I started my journey as a customer, I was depressed. I was alone and I was isolated, and I needed this community. The third type of coach, though, was really the coach that I was, and the reason I actually started my coaching journey. And that was the coach who really wants to build this as a business. They see this as an income producing opportunity. So I have people who are like, yes, I'm in this for fitness, and my community people, and then the people who are like, yeah, I'm hardcore gonna build a business and make XYZ amount of income. And I realized that I wanted to attract the people who were like me, the people who were in this to build an income. And so when I started thinking about how I would talk about this daily, I realized I wanted to speak to that person, because that was the person that I wanted on the team with me. All three can make incredible business building coaches, but I wanted the coach who was like me. And so you can see in these images that two of them are me working with my son beside me. So one of my big goals was to leave my full-time corporate job and work with my son beside me. So instead of just posting a picture of me on a call, I included my son in it. I included the vision part of it. The middle photo is me and my son in my office. In this photo, I talked about our big dream, how we were gonna fill these walls with dreams and visions of what our team would be. This is how I started talking about coaching. I started sharing my daily activities that I was doing whether that be a Zoom call, whether that be learning from my team in team trainings, whether it be a community event or a live workout. And I started connecting that back to the potential coach that I was looking to attract. What part of the daily actions that I did would be attractive to that coach? I really focused on showing these people what was in it for them. So this first one is showing the business opportunity. Now, a lot of coaches will say, oh, I'm not making XYZ amount of money. I haven't met this goal. I'm not here, I'm not there. What they don't realize is that it is a lot of the small wins along the way. So in this image, I am sharing a photo of me and my son, and we had just bought our first class tickets ever. And I was so excited to be able to fly first class. This had been on my vision board, which had been something I was sharing. But because I was in this to build a business, and I was in this to change our financial future, this was a step in changing our financial future. This was proof along the way. And this spoke specifically to the coach that I was trying to attract. So don't discount those silly little goals. That silly little goal is what it seemed like to me. Oh, I want to fly first class. Because the coach that you want to attract probably has those same goals and those same visions for her future. I realized that, I was watching stories and I was showing things like a Zoom call and pictures of a bunch of women up on a screen. No one cares. And so I started asking myself, okay, how can I show them what's in it for them? What does this Zoom call represent that helps them realize I have tools for them, I have solutions for them? Just like we're showing our workouts and we're showing them this can be modified, or it's only 30 minutes, only 20 minutes, only 4 days a week, here's how you can fit it in your life. That's what I wanted to show with these Zoom calls. And so in this one, I talk about how one of my biggest objections was I didn't want to be a salesperson when I started. So when you're thinking about that coach that you want to attract, another thing you want to do is think about her objections. What is she out there saying? Oh, I can't do it, I don't want to be salesy. I know this is a pyramid scheme, this is XYZ, whatever it may be. What are those objections she has? So I called them out, and then I illustrate how this call may combat that objection, how this call might be the solution to that objection. And so here, I'm talking about how I'm receiving a training that helps me connect with women and not sell to them. What does that do? It tells the potential coach that I am looking to attract that one, I was worried about being salesy. I built it without being salesy. But more importantly than that I have the tools that will help her build this business without being salesy. So ask yourself, what is in it for them? That potential coach that you want to attract, what are her concerns? And how is this going to help her? And then question 2, am I inspiring people with my journey? Guys, again, going back to it doesn't matter where you are on your journey. Whether you're in day 1 or year 5 like me, I still have that big why. So I want you to ask yourself, what is that big why? What is that huge vision that made you take that leap of faith? That made you say, yes, I'm going to do this because my dreams are bigger than my fears. And you want to share that vision. Here's the next thing you want to do. You want to share the steps along the way in that vision, okay? So my initial vision was to retire from my full-time corporate job. That was not something I was about to do in a month, 3 months, 6 months, right? That was something that was going to take time. So just like in your health and fitness journey, say, I have challengers who need to lose 100 pounds, 200 pounds. I'm not saying to them, I'm not going to celebrate with you until you lose those 200 pounds. We are celebrating every single pound along the way. Every pound, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. We're celebrating every single program they complete. You want to give your potential coach that you are looking to attract a way to celebrate with you on that big journey. Because that big vision, that big why, it's often her big why. So she's seeing her dreams within your big dreams. And then she is able to come along with you. So sometimes those big dreams seem so big. They seem so big. They seem insurmountable. How could I ever retire from my full-time corporate job? How could I ever retire my husband or move to the city I want to move to? Those were all my dreams, and they seem too big. Let people celebrate along with you. So let them celebrate you buying that first class ticket. Let them celebrate you hitting emerald or you hitting diamond. If you have your diamond golden, I'm going to be diamond by this date. Show them the work every day and get them excited. Guys, I am one step closer to hitting that rank that will help me on my way to my big dream. Let them celebrate things like, I wanted to pay for my son's private swim lessons. That speaks to the mom that I want to speak to. Do not discount where you are on your journey because of the steps you still have ahead of you. And then finally, I realized that I just wasn't constantly in recruiting mode. I want you to ask yourself every day, am I constantly recruiting? When I was pushing for Elite the first year with my team, I was like, all right, I've got these 5 coaches. They all say they want to work the business, and these are going to be my 5 diamonds. We are going to be an Elite 5-star team because of these coaches. And I stopped recruiting. I gave control of my business to those other coaches who may not have wanted that goal as much as I did. You can never want that goal more than your own coach does. And so what I realized was, well, I can't control the actions of others. I can control my actions, which means I can constantly be recruiting. And then I know I have the trainings and resources that I can hook them up with, get them in, get them started right, so they can see success if they choose that to be their path. But it is not up to me to want this more for them than they want it for themselves. And so I realized I had to start sharing every day, and I had to inspire people every day. And so this picture that says my office on it is from right when I started coaching. I was still working my full-time corporate job, and I had gotten off work and I sat down outside again to work. I mean, how many times can you take a picture of you in front of a computer, right? But I started talking about how this outside would one day be my office. How I would leave the crazy 20-floor corporate building with big mahogany desks and this tiny backyard full of sunshine. That would be my new office. That was speaking to the person I was trying to attract to me. Those are her goals. Those are her dreams. Same thing with my Manic Monday post. I took a photo of me sitting there in my corporate job, right? I was still working full time. I was on my journey, but I realized I needed to speak to the pain points, my pain points, but those were also my potential coach's pain points. Monday, in an office, in Excel sheets, 10 hours a day by myself. No team, no community, no income freedom. Nothing more than a 2% raise every single year. That spoke to the pain points of my avatar. And so while I realized I needed to be posting these several times a week, I also needed to be behind the scenes inviting to coaching. So again, you really want to think about how often are you talking about coaching? How often are you sharing your big vision? And so finally, really all that this is, attracting business builders to you it's sharing your coaching journey. We're gonna start with our big vision. That will always be the underpinning of why you are starting this business. So we're starting this business with that big vision. And then from there, we're gonna break that down into smaller goals. We're gonna share those smaller goals, and we are going to take people on the journey with us. And then we just share the daily actions we do every day. Our action hours, our Zoom calls, are just sitting in front of our computer messaging people, working from our phone while our babies play beside us. Share the things that are going to be attractive to your potential business builder, the woman you are trying to attract, your dream coach. That is what is going to attract coaches to us. Allow us to develop them with the incredible resources and tools we're given. And then you will forever and always rinse and repeat. We will continue doing that every single day. And guys, 5 years later, my goals look different, but they are still my goals. And those big visions are still there. And so that is what you want to focus on. The big vision. Taking people on the journey. Before and afters along the way. And truthfully, you want to make sure you are dreaming so big and sharing a dream so big that others can see their dreams within yours. That your potential coach, that dream coach you are looking to attract, her dream fits in yours.